Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So, down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Hello, welcome back to the podcast. Another episode this week. Oh, excuse me. I'll be talking about Jordan Jensen's new stand-up special. I think she had one before. I'm not sure, but this new one is on Netflix. If you have Netflix, you can go watch it. It's called Jordan Jensen, Take Me With You. And I watched it. Actually, I watched it on the train on the way to Dublin to go watch Stabby. And this week for Jordan Jensen has been kind of weird because she actually, it's kind of full circle thing. She was, if you watch, I think at this stage this episode comes out a week after this or a little bit after. She was on Stavi's World, and she started off the podcast episode really weird, like attacking certain groups of people and stuff. Just like, I don't know. And then she so somebody wrote an article as well online about it, and I was just like, yeah, it was I don't know, it was really strange. So it was kind of weird. But the special, it was really, really funny. Jordan Jensen she rescheduled her performance in Ireland to October, which at this stage will be in a couple of weeks. I think the 14th of October it is now at this stage, so it'll be in a couple of weeks. Like I said, I don't know what she's going to be doing because, like I said, she has released the special already. Because I think her plan was to kind of run these topics or run the hour for before she shot the special, but obviously because it was rescheduled, so now it's I don't really know what she's going to be doing material wise, and what was good? Yeah, so I'm not really sure what she's going to be doing material wise because after comedians releases specials, they will have no material left unless she has like 10 or 15 minutes left over and she's big. But then I suppose I'll get to see her building a new hour. But yeah, I'll talk about the current new special. Like I said, I don't know if this is Jordan's first special. I don't think it is, but I don't think I've watched any of her old stuff before. And it was really, really funny. I think she shot in the Gramercy Theatre in New York as well, which is kind of a really nice venue. And she had like a really interesting backdrop for the thing. I won't talk about the backdrop because you go watch special and you'll see it. But yeah, it was really, really fun special, really good jokes. It was, there's definitely a couple of things in the special that really cracked me. It was like, it is really well written material, really enjoyed it. Very, very, very funny. Now, the last two specials I've reviewed, I said the comedians, the jokes they chose to use to close out were strange. In this case, I didn't think Jordan Jensen when the joke she used to. Okay, the joke she used to close out the show, I think it fit very well. So no complaints there. Overall, I was really happy with the special. I'm saying as though I shot it and whatever, but yeah, it was really, really funny. Really enjoyed it. It was great fun. Like I said, the week started off a bit controversial for her because that's the article and I don't know all the weird stuff she was saying in Stavi's World. It was strange. I, I was actually wondering when Star Wars was on in Dublin, if he was going to do like a questions and answers, and if anybody was going to ask about the Jordan stuff, but he didn't do like Q and A's and stuff. He just did his, I think it was about an hour and a half, hour 20 or so, and then we all went home. But yeah, so yeah, the special, like I said, fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. Very, very fun. I'm not sure if she's still getting the backlash from that. A lot of because of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, a lot of comedians have gotten in trouble. So this particular week for a lot of comics has been controversial anyway. So one particular comedian that I can think of is Troy Bond. Troy Bond he's been getting a lot of death threats because of the jokes that he made about the assassination. So he cancelled all his shows until the new year because he said there was credible threats to the rest of the venues that he's performing in the rest of the year. So yeah, it's been a kind of a strange time. This particular, well, not at this stage. This would have been a week ago. Like I said, I'm recording this on Saturday, the 13th. Yeah, 13th of September. So it was yeah, strange times. But Jordan Jensen special, Take Me With You, very, very funny, and I highly recommend it to people. Even if you've never watched Jordan's stand up before, it is a great special, very enjoyable, and I really liked it, and I recommend it. Al Talks approves, even though she doesn't need my approval. But yeah, check it out. I yeah. This will come out. Let me see when this will be released. Because when you bulk record, you always have to think about the future. So this will be released in 2 weeks' time, which is 20. Okay. When this will be released, I would have already done a comedy show. Second one, doing stand up for the second time in Russian, a different language, which I'll actually cover in next week's episode, and then the week after that I will talk about how the show went, because of this stage it'll be over, because I haven't done it yet, because I'm recording in the past, talking about the future. Ooh, this in time travel fun. But yeah, I highly recommend Jordan Jensen's podcast special, and the podcast as well. She does a podcast with Ian Finance as well, who's another great comic. All the links down below as per usual for everything, and I shall see you all next week. Bye bye.